going to talk like this. Just kidding.
Wait, I can't. I talk like this. You talk like that, and I'll talk like this.
Looks like we're in different rooms.
Cocktail character.
Pick one genre. I'm going to make a song up.
Okay. Let's do 90s country.
Ooh. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Are you?
Go ahead.
We're doing it together? Or am I just doing it?
You said you come up with a genre, I'll sing a song.
Okay.
I'm going with that plan.
Well, I was driving in my truck downtown. Saw a girl with damn dreams. Looked over and I said, girl, you a character. Give me that cocktail up in the character. That sounds dirty. I didn't mean it. It did. Hey, girl.
That's always.
Small town roads, dirt in my eyes. Give me a cocktail and tell me about a character. That's getting like a little alternative. I pick for you.
This is gonna suck. I got this. No.
I pick for you. Jazz. Jaws.
We're gonna get that jazz. We're gonna get those hands. We're gonna have some talk about our cocktails. And then we're gonna have some people. We're gonna do some things. And then we're gonna make up stories about the characters.
Ooh. Scatting. She scatted.
I did. That's called scatting.
I think you win today.
It's called scatting in case you don't understand.
She wins our theme song battle.
Oh, thank God. I really blew it last week. So.
You did, actually.
I really crapped my pants last week on that. This week, not
You're
happening.
like, oh,
I've been practicing all week. I'm like, what could she possibly ask me? I have to think about all the genres.
Don't show it on camera. Okay. This is summer. This is going to be summer drink. Have you heard of summer? Summer drink.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about summer.
Let's talk about summer.
I know we've been talking about weekends and weeks. We should tell our listeners. We changed the day we record this.
Yeah, so it kind of it doesn't really add up on weekends. Like, what happened over the weekend? So now it's just what's
Life
happening.
update.
Life update.
Okay, what's yours?
Life update. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. I've been wanting to clean my carpets upstairs. We have hardwoods downstairs and carpet upstairs, which not everybody loves carpet, but I'm telling you, when you have 2 stories in an old house, that carpet is a sound barrier that you need when you have children. I'm telling you. So, especially because downstairs it's tall ceilings and wood floors, like it just could feel really echoey. So. Yeah. Yesterday I looked at Walmart to rent one of their rug doctors and didn't have an attachment that I could tell, and there's nobody to really help you, and it's like this whole like beep beep beep, open up this container, take the thing, and I'm like, I can't deal with this right now, and I left just a couple days ago. And I went to Home Depot yesterday just to price it, see if they had them and price it, and it was the same price, and a super helpful lady, she like pulled it out and she's like, and you get this attachment and it comes for free, and this is what you do and this is how you do, and I was like, yes. And she goes, so, and I was like, with the pricing and all that, I was like, I'll take it right now.
Yes!
I had 0 plans. But something else had canceled, and so I had 0 plans.
It's like the world opened up.
It was amazing. And so I took that thing home, I put it in the car, and I immediately just got to work.
Yes.
It was so good. And so my brother has owned a carpet cleaning business before, and my dad did too. So I have a little bit, like, I can ask them questions. So my brother's like, just make sure you go over it once, because rug doctors put a lot more water and solution than you think.
Yeah.
And he said, just make sure you go back over it, like let it kind of sit there and dry for a little bit, air dry, and then come back and go over it, just suction only.
Just suction again.
Yes.
Take out all the moisture.
Get all that moisture out, because you don't want it to settle down into the pad and cause a musty smell. And I'm so thankful that he said that, because the first 2 rooms I did that on, they dried so fast. I had a hard time doing it on the stairs.
Sure.
Because it's just hard with the hand.
Stairs
but it was so good. I was so happy. And I don't like to think about it, but they're much cleaner. Let's just say that. When you have kids.
Yes, of course.
And I haven't done this often enough. I know some people are really smart and they do it a lot. And I'm like, I always dread it so much, but honestly, it wasn't that big a deal. The biggest deal was having my kids get all the stuff off the floor. So I wasn't like, because you have to vacuum really good first. And then do that. Yeah. It was so good.
I love that.
Happy. Anyway,
you feel great.
It feels so good. So that was what I did this week. Yes.
Out with the old, and with the gen.
I love it. Tagline. Hashtag.
Hashtag. Rights.
All rights reserved.
patent pending on.
Out with the old in with the gin. Okay, what about your week? Anything?
Life update. Okay, so we've been going to the pool on Mondays,
I love that.
which has been very fun. And the pool we go to, they have concessions there. And so I've just decided that it's just going to be worth, like, pool days can be guest days a little bit. And so,
Just makes it easier for you.
oh my gosh. So one day I was like, we're just going to eat lunch at the pool. Like, they have chicken and burgers and, like, all stuff.
Oh,
So
nice.
we this was a couple weeks ago, actually, but it's just kind of bled over into, like, every Monday, let's just live it up, bub. I say bub because Brooks is on it with the concession stand. So we went, and the first day we went, I was like, we're definitely doing lunch here, maybe some snacks. When you order a plate of chicken, it comes with 3 strips, like, and they're decent size, like chicken strips. We ordered 5 plates of that by the end of the day. It was just like chicken on tap. He was like, Mom, can I get another plate of chicken?
It was like you guys are living it up in a Mexican resort, like all inclusive.
I think that's literally how it feels to him. He's like, oh my more chicken. And I made, one rule is you can only get one thing out of the freezer because those are like popsicles or ice cream or whatever. Like you only get one treat out of the freezer. But chicken's unlimited because it's a protein and it's wrapped in nastiness, but also
Who cares?
who cares? It's
They need their protein and they need to keep having a good time in the pool. And if they get cranky and hangry, it's not fun for anybody. So just keep them filled with that
especially
chicken.
me.
Yes.
And that's the main
reason we're feeding them the chicken on tap.
At the 5th plate of chicken, I was like, wow, that is amazing, and just chicken on tap. So then the next week I was like, we gotta cool it on the chicken, guys. And then the day went in, I was like, why?
Yes.
Get chicken. And he'll go up, so you have to order it, and then you gotta wait for him to cook it. So he's like, I'm gonna go check the chicken. This is 4, by the way. And he's running around in a swimsuit. He's like, I'm gonna go check the chicken again and see if it's ready.
Love it.
About 15 times.
Really worried about that chicky.
Loves the chick.
No,
So anyways,
love it. That's fun.
we've been loving our pool days because,
Well, why not? Why wouldn't you love it?
because I'm getting a tan, y'all are playing, you're wearing yourself out, we're eating chicken. I mean, we're just living it up.
I love it.
We'll see if random friends walk in.
That sounds like a really good tie-in.
You'll have to go sometime.
Okay, I will.
Chicken on tap.
Okay, I like chicken on tap.
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
All right, so.
Talk real estate.
Okay, here's what we were kind of talking about. Okay, characters. First, though, I feel like we should let's build a scenario.
Okay.
Let's build, like, what we're looking for.
Okay.
And let's make it really realistic.
Okay. Like,
No.
okay.
I mean, we know.
We know.
We talked about
We
this.
talked about this, yes.
We do pre-talk about this stuff.
I mean-
Sometimes.
Oh,
Also, just really quick, how many
Yes.
chins can you make?
a lot. I don't want to do it.
Oh, okay. You don't have to.
I want you to do it, though.
Why do I do it?
Fine.
We'll both do it.
3, 2, 1.
I can't have more. I think I had literally more.
Oh, that's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That was a lot.
That's
Okay.
a lot.
1. You really only have like 3.
I'm really nailing. My chin game's on point. I only have 3. Do you count the real chin too? Because I counted your real chin.
Oh no. Oh, that wasn't really good.
Anyway.
We'll work on that. Okay, I'm sorry.
Let's build it. Let's build
okay.
it. I'm looking for something. You're looking for something.
We're
What are we
looking for something.
We're gonna go buy a house
Here's what
together.
we're thinking.
Okay.
Okay, something not too big. We want to
Right.
keep the budget down, so not too big. We want it to be like our plan is to move into it
Immediately. Yes.
But
Move
we're open
in.
to work.
Yes.
Like, what kind of work are you open to?
I feel like we can install our own floors. I feel like we can paint everything.
We can do anything. We could update a bathroom if we needed to.
Yeah.
Like that was said to us.
I think so too. You know who you are.
Do they? No.
No, they don't.
Okay. So, what else? We can do really anything. I feel like.
The only thing we probably couldn't do is electrical.
Yes, if it comes to electrical,
We need to hire that out. But we can't afford to hire it out, so if we need to do that, it'll have to be 10 years in the future.
yeah. But we need to live in that now.
Right now.
Okay. Also,
Oh, yes?
we're open to anywhere.
Anywhere.
Like, I mean anywhere.
Anywhere.
Take me 2 hours away.
Yeah.
I'm open to
Take
it.
me to a different state.
Open to it.
Open. I kind of am okay if it feels a little grisly, a little like there might be some haunting. Like, that's kind of cool.
Into it a little bit.
So we can share the space with them.
We don't need a garage, but that'd be great.
That'd be a nice
Actually,
bonus.
Be amazing for storage, but we're open.
We're open. Okay.
Open to yard. Open.
I mean,
to...
the roof has to be good, but if it's not great, that's okay as
also
well.
okay.
Also okay.
Okay.
What else?
I feel like we're being really flexible.
I think so too. Like, what about the basement? If there's a basement, do we care that's a little bit moistury?
No.
I mean, that happens in basements,
It
right?
happens in basements. If I go down there though and it feels like too much, I'm gonna say no.
Right.
It's gonna be a case by case.
Okay.
Also,
okay.
yeah.
What if there's to get to another story of the house? What if there's only a really tight, windy staircase?
I want to say I'm flexible, but I think when I walk in the house, I'm not going to be as flexible.
I think as I'm going down these steps, I'm going to be a lot less flexible. Literally, like physically less flexible. Like
I can't make it down.
I can't make it down those
That's not
stairs.
gonna get it.
Is there another door on the outside I can go? No. This is it? Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right.
If
what
there's
else?
no appliances in the house, we'll figure
That's
it out.
okay.
We'll figure it out. If there's missing flooring, I'd like to say we can figure it out, but the loan probably won't work.
Right.
Speaking of loans,
Okay.
how much do we want to spend?
Well, I want to spend about $40,000 total. Like I want the house price to be about $40,000, and I want a 3% down. Actually, if we can get zero, that'd be even better.
Yeah.
Because I don't really actually have any money to put down.
Yeah.
But we have to sell a house first. That's over in another town that has 1,100 people in it, and there's not a lot going on. There's not a lot of people moving in, moving out. So I'm hoping it sells fast.
We're gonna hope.
But if I get any equity out of that, I might have money to have in earnest money.
Yeah.
What do you have for me?
And scene.
So
I guess what we're trying to say here is
sometimes that happens.
sometimes it happens and has.
Very specifically.
Too specifically.
I think the furthest I went
With this specific
the
scenario.
specific scenario.
Which, hey, I want to back up. We were given this information, actually pretty upfront.
Yeah.
We knew what we were walking into.
That's true.
So there were some things that changed throughout, but here's what I want to say. We're like, okay,
Okay.
this is going to be hard to find.
Yes.
We are going to set realistic expectations that this
Yes.
scenario is going to be a little difficult and probably not going to be close to where we're at because of the price point.
Right. And price point, I exaggerated the 40,000. It was a little more than that, but you get the drift.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're very realistic up front. It's just really sometimes it's hard to have this and that.
Which I think is all of life.
Right. Yeah. That counterbalancing we talked about before.
We talked about it earlier today about a different scenario. But counterbalance.
Yeah. So if there's not something for this price, then we have to be ready to make these repairs and be okay with that. So anyway, I think the furthest out I went was probably at least an hour. It was about an hour and a half once it was all said and done on one house. And then when we moved states, we don't have that state. So we asked somebody else to help us. Well, then they kept getting further and further out in that state. So then she had to bring another referral partner in. Refer. It was like a triple referral by that point.
Got deep on the referrals.
It got real deep on the referrals. And the house that they ended up with was it was really interesting how it all panned out.
Yeah.
Okay, so. But
we don't say no to really much.
No, we don't.
Like on trying to help people.
But we did try to remind them what their goals are. A lot.
Yeah, bring it back. Okay, so is it more important to do this or this?
Yeah, and in that case, it was like we kept going farther out, but
the price point was the most important.
Yeah, that was a huge part of it. And then also, for one person, location was important because they wanted to be close to their work.
That's true.
And it kept getting further and further away from their work.
I forgot about that.
And then I was like,
But also, I want to be really close to my work.
I was like, well, maybe you should just keep the house you're in because that's about the same.
It got a little hairy.
Yeah, it did. But it closed.
They found something.
They did find something. Thank you, Kansas.
With the chaos. Yeah, it can just get tricky, but
it was fun.
It was fun. Actually, they were really great.
They were a great couple.
They
Little
were.
family. They're sweet.
Cutest little family. So,
you know,
we say all that to say we'll work to do the best we can.
Yeah, for sure.
And some things you have to laugh at because when we get back, we're like, okay. Sometimes in the moment, we're like, okay, yeah. And we're like, okay, this could be a little difficult. Da, 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 da. Here's what we think. Here's what we're looking at. And then we get back and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go over with you. here's what they're looking for. And as we start talking, we're
It's like,
we start
oh,
laughing.
yes.
Like, wait.
What is this?
What?
How is this possible?
And then somehow it ends up being possible.
It does.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Not everyone's a win.
Nope.
We're not all just winners every day, every second.
I know I'm not.
I mean, there's been times for me.
I'm just kidding. I'm a winner most of the days of the seconds of the days.
No,
you know what? I looking back, and I was thinking about this with multiple different situations and people we've helped. Oh, that was delicious.
I'm almost done.
I need to pick mine up. I trying to find that grateful, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I do remember going to this one that was really, really, really far out, and we had to shove it into this time frame because of work schedules and stuff. And I was like, where am I going? First of all, where's my mace? Because I'm still feeling really weird now because I'm out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
But I just remember, like, once we got there, it was a really beautiful day, and kind of like traipsed around. It was kind of like, it could have been a little mini like hobby farm space, which was really fun to like imagine it. I don't think that's what they wanted it for, but I was like, okay, I could kind of see this or that, and but I also was grateful in those moments like that. Super sweet individual, and it was kind of fun to traipse around with them. But I also had opportunity on the way there and on the way back to listen to a really great book or podcast, or jam out to some music, or make a phone call to a friend or client. And it's like, it's a way to like still be working but also be moving. Yes. And that's something I really love about what we were talking about today. Of just what we get to do is, I hate being in an office.
Yeah.
I hate it. And it's something that I've had other job opportunities through the years. I'm like, how do I get out of this four walls all the time? Yeah. So
you gotta get out.
So I'm thinking about that. I was thinking about driving over to that one house, the farmhouse, and it was like, I remember it being super sunny out. Oh. And it was just real, like the blue sky, the green grass. It was just like, and I'm like, it was okay.
Sometimes that highway driving is
just sit back and.
I will say, I think when I used to do a lot more showings, it almost felt like an adventure every time.
Yeah.
It was just like,
what's going to happen on the
what
other
house? Even if you're showing the same house to a different client.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's always a new adventure.
Yeah,
you're like,
for sure.
Well, how are these people going to see it?
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
See it through their eyes.
Yeah.
Sometimes expectations are unrealistic, and sometimes you kind of roll with it for a while until they flush out what they truly want to do. Like we try to help them come to that conclusion, and that happens a lot, actually.
It does. So. And if I reflect on my own life, there's times when I've gone to other professionals for things and I'm like, how about this? And it's like, well, I don't think that
is not realistic.
They're looking at me like, are you being realistic? You know what I mean? It's part of it. But for sure. It is kind of funny. I
need to check in on them, actually. See how they're doing.
I do remember being kind of surprised when they found something. And like, okay. And they were working to be the most flexible they could. It was it was good. Anyways.
Good stuff.
So there's that.
So
tell
us about our drink. I'll tell us about our drink.
First, I want to say I've already finished it.
They call this the reel that I watched called this the garden party.
I feel like I've attended a garden party. I feel light. I feel fresh. I feel botanical.
I like it. Anyway, so
it's a good summer
drink. Muddle, cucumber, and fresh basil. And then we have lemon juice. We have some yummy gin. I need to taste that gin on its own bit.
We picked the gin based on
the label.
The bottle.
It was so cute.
It was really...
It had like a bird or a goose or a swan or something.
Goose.
I love it.
It
was like it was like striking a pose goose.
And it was, and it had flowers in the back.
I love it. And then a little bit of elderflower liqueur, St. Germain's.
Simple syrup.
Simple syrup. Is that it? And then you double strain it. I've never done that before. You're supposed to put it in a cold, like, coupe glass.
It would be great with like that.
But this was great too.
It was really good.
And then she did a really good job at making which it doesn't work on.
I made these.
It's a cucumber ribbon.
And I'm just going to tell you right now.
It's going to be a really tasty treat to eat it.
It really is good.
It is really good. I'll have to make it again.
I did host a garden party.
This is going to be the drink? This is going to be the featured drink?
You should do it.
That'd be fun.
I'll do it with you.
When he did it, it was really... Oh, the basil's for my my garden pot garden. Anyways.
I love that. Is it weird that we have a podcast with video and sometimes I'm looking at the video adjusting my, like, look at this hair right here. Like the whole thing needs to readjust.
I do it all the time too.
Like if someone's just listening, they're like, what's going on, guys?
I hope that our editor
Gabe.
Does a good job of cutting out that weirdness. Love you. You're amazing. I think he does.
Yeah, he
Great
does.
job.
It's a good drink.
It's a great drink. I'll make it again for sure.
Please try it.
We'll post the link to the reel again.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Because it's good. Also, okay, stay fresh.
Stay green.
Stay garden. Stay dreaming. And because I'm thinking about our people we told the story about, they're dreaming.
Yeah.
And also, they found something. Stay dreaming.
Stay dreaming.
Put people around you that
stay
are like,
hopeful.
Stay hopeful.
Yeah.
Stay on the upper side of life. Stay grateful when you're not. You know? Find the things that
And if you're not grateful, lie and say, I'm grateful for this
until
drink.
your brain literally actually turns it around.
It says, you know what, you are grateful. And this is why.
You are blessed.
Have a great day.